Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're obviously taking a look here at Rndr token, seeing what's going on. I've covered this one previously. It's been a little while, so I figure we go ahead and reconnect because I get a lot of requests for this one. So what we're going to do is going to draw some new Fibonacci retracement levels. We're going to take a look at Elliott wave as well and kind of ensure that these previous resistance levels or support levels are kind of being recognized. Okay, so again, a lot of different supports and resistance can be kind of taken a look at, of course, but when it comes to this, previous ones that come all the way back to 2022, roughly January, that's over a year and a half ago almost, we are looking at a situation where it's important to recognize those things. Okay, so again, if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I love teaching people to trade. I truly hope you can learn something here today, of course. If you do, comment below, let me know, and obviously we'll be able to help you out. I do have a trading academy, community, and signal group. Really awesome benefit here for our community. A new CC Golden Indicator as well. I'll highlight what that does too. But just want to draw some reference here to some amazing members. This nice little short here, 125x at 101%. Same thing with SXP as well. Some nice profits here being taken from a lot of community members and just really awesome experience here ultimately. So keep up the good work, everyone. Super happy for your progress and your, just how well you've become over the years. It's really awesome to be part of that. That being said, when it comes to Rndr token, what we're going to look at is a few things here. First of all, we'll take a look at Elliott wave on a smaller time frame, kind of see what that looks like. We're also going to recognize the fact that we are above 50 on the RSI. Not a lot of coins can say that right now. It's a very good bouncing point. Kind of tells us we're more bullish on the overall sense of things. We can see the MACD is converging as well too. That's a positive sign on the daily. When I look at our multiple moving averages here, we can also see too, for a simple moving average, we are above that key level resistance on 50. So there's a good chance we could very well see a break to the upside here, where the price action breaks through that 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level of $1.39. Okay, so looking pretty darn good in that regard. When it comes to the 4 hour, this is when things get kind of interesting. So let's talk about this here briefly because I really love Elliott wave. I've been using it for a long time, but I didn't really include it in my videos for a while because it can be kind of confusing for some folks, but to break it really simple, it's based on Fibonacci retracement levels, or it establishes them essentially as it continues. And we can see where it always starts at a lowest point, hits a higher high, then it hits a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so basically it hits a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, and once you hit that fifth point, the price action comes down ABC. All right, so we came down to ABC here. Right now at this time frame, exactly in the last, just say 72 to 48 hours, we are seeing the price action essentially hitting a lowest point, right? That's our number one, and then coming up, down, and up to establish a higher high and a higher low. Therefore, we can surmise that the fact of the matter is here that it'll probably establish another higher low and continue up to make a higher high as well. So we are roughly halfway through the potential phase to the upside here of essentially getting a little bit better, right? And I like to say a little bit better because obviously there could be some really parabolic behavior here soon because Bitcoin is behaving sporadically. It is actually, we saw billions of dollars in USDT transferred to accounts, and the price of Bitcoin magically jumped up in 10 minutes, no less than like 3 or 4%, which is huge considering we've been stuck in that range of 29,000, right? So that being said here, Rndr also is doing something very similar. We can see a nice little push here. So good news is Rndr is fairly independent of Bitcoin, but it's also responding positively to its pumps. That's a very good sign. We like to see that. Okay, so let's take a look at the 1 hour, and we can kind of see here as well this more immediate increase here. We are looking at potentially being at the top of this on a shorter time frame. Okay, so key takeaway here is that we're overextended to the upside, and a pullback would make sense to one of these 3 Fibonacci retracement levels. Okay, so again, just something to kind of think about there. When it comes to TD sequential here, we're at a 4. We realistically could see another 4 to 8 more hours of continuation of the upside. So we're not quite done with this push, but it makes sense that the price were to pull back in the relative near future based on the fact that we are overextended. But key takeaway here is that if you have a long position open, you leave it open because the Ichimoku cloud is telling us conservatively we don't need to worry about closing our position for some time. Okay, so give it a chance to grow is basically what it's saying here. And that's a conservative indicator, so that's a really, really good sign there. Take a look at the 15 really quick here. This is our CC Golden Indicator, again available on our homepage. We can see a lot of buy signals here and a lot of sell signals above the price action being purchased. So again, profits, entry target, profits, entry target, profits. While it doesn't look like a lot, a majority of these are somewhere in the range of 2 to 3%. If you're using leverage, that adds up pretty quickly. So again, really good signs here. We don't have that extremely overextended state here. We're on the right side of the tracks. We are on the right side of the cloud here, and that's a very positive sign. So to me, a coin like this seems much more likely to increase than decrease. We just got to recognize that Bitcoin could sell off a little bit, hitting that resistance level. And if it does retrace, something like this could retrace as well. But we are overall, in the sense of things, big picture here, we're establishing higher highs and higher lows so far. So just depending on how things go, we could very well see a continuation of the upside based on the Elliott wave. Okay, so again, for the most part, we're seeing some really positive stuff here. I would say we're more likely to increase than decrease, but once more, Bitcoin needs to hold that 29 to 30,000 range. If it loses that, we could see a retracement from Rndr. Just be mindful that that could very well happen. So I'd recommend setting some alerts and maybe consider taking some profit. Again, depending on your overall strategy, it really just depends, okay? So obviously, let me know if I can help, of course. Comment below and keep me up to date. I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know your honest opinion, and of course, you want to become a better trader, join hundreds of other members that are doing very, very well for themselves at cryptocash.tech, link down below. We look forward to working with you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. See you soon.